Hello ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages, it's Lee here from Bleeped Up Productions, and today we're bringing you episode 1 of our Blood Bowl 3 gameplay. As you know, we've had episode 0, and I've been a part of this amazing community online called the Troll Bowl, and I'm in Cave Troll League, so there's multiple leagues. I want to thank you, David, for the invite once again, and a few of my friends and me have decided to enter this online tournament, and it's an ongoing tournament. So hopefully you'll get to see them in the not too distant future. But to be honest, we're not in the same league, so it's completely different. So if you want to understand what the whole idea is about Blood Bowl and other stuff, watch episode 0. But anyway, this is episode 1, and this is game 1 against the Blackguard Blitzers, a Dark Elf team led by Coach Damo. Now, I'm going to have to pause it here and tell you some really sad news. I live recorded audio and the gameplay, and the footage got corrupted. So I've lost the whole episode effectively, but the bonus about this is you get replays for a limited time. So what I had to do is I had to capture the replay, and I do a bit of a voiceover of the game, and you get to see the game, unfortunately, not in its rawness, but you get to see the highlights and how it breaks down in such a shorter format, because the idea for this series is I'm going to play the game and I'm going to do live commentary over the top. So unfortunately episode 1 isn't live. Sorry about that. So yeah, we'll unpause, and there we go. Right, we're going to get straight into this game, guys. We're the Lazy Lizzies, and we're up against the Blackguard Blitzers. Come on, can we get our first win? That's what I'm really, really excited about, and our first win in this online league, because we've got a really interesting couple of teams in our division, so I'm looking forward to playing it. So without further ado, I'm going to shut up, and we're going to get straight into the highlights of this game. Right, come on, referee. What's the coin toss going to be? All right, here we go. And funny enough, we are going to not receive the ball. I never really do that because I prefer kicking it. So we've got our defensive alignments ready to go. Damo's just making a few sweet alterations, little skittles with a kick, and we are off with game 1. And what a kick to begin. And we get brilliant coaching, but look at that, right in the corner. What a first kick of the game. Now Larry's going to get hit here for a 1 die, and he gets just put on his arse, our vice captain, and then another 1 die. Both down. No armor breaks. We stun the other player, though, and it is a turnover, and we get cracking with our first turn here. Right, we're going to stand up all our boys and get them engaged, because strength 3 against strength 4 is perfect. So here we go. Luke the Nuke with the first hit of the game. Let's see what he can do. Good hit, setting the momentum of what we want to do, putting the owls on their asses. Here's another hit by Leon the Crusher, one of the hit brothers, and we're going to follow up as well. And we don't get the break of the armor, but we get the skinks in the back of the field, which we want to do. And as you can see, we're just going to keep a little bit of pressure on here. We're just going to move over a few of the skinks here up the field, and then I think we're just going to end it there where it's nice and neat. So the Blackguard Blitzers, here we go. What can they do? As you can see, they're going to be trying to... Oh, they're going to blitz Lauren, the leaper. Here we go, follow up. And that's a badly hurt skink already. Now, I'm not going to use the Apocryphy there because I want to save it for Asaurus, or actually for Lizzie, our main skink captain. So let's see what Demo's going to be doing. Demo's just going to be forming a bit of a cage and dodging out with that 2+ shenanigans. Actually fails the 2+ and ends up on the ground. And he is stunned, and that is a turnover. And the Lizzies, that is us, going on to turn 2. Right, we're going to keep that skink. Well, not really. The skink is going to block that elf on the side, and then Larry's going to continue his force of nature, should we say, into hitting all of the owls. And as you can see, strength 4 2 dice is pretty solid. So here we go. What's Liam going to do? Doesn't get an armor break, and it doesn't break the armor, so he's just going to chill there. As you can see, we're getting a bit closer, but here he comes. Luke the Nuke on the ball carrier. What can we get? I'm going to follow up. We get a death, ladies and gentlemen. That's right. We get our first death of the season. And as you can see, I'm rushing all my skinks to get the ball because, hey, when you get that many players up there quickly, you want to surround the ball as quickly as possible. So Leon, here we go. What's Leon going to do? He's just going to knock him down and follow through. And as you can see, one of the skinks, again, Lauren just gets into place. And we're surrounding the ball, so it makes it harder for Damo to, or should we say, the Blackguard blitzers to get the ball. But here we go. Here's another blitz. And as you can see, Lucy might be going for a ride here, guys. But luckily enough, she doesn't go down. Again, a 1 dice with Damo's blitzers here on the Saurus. Goes down. Another dodge, blocking all the skinks up as possible. As you can see. And that is going to be the end of his turn 3 and coming on to our turn 3. Right. So we're just going to continue what we do best. Smash things really hard. But Larry fails here and just keeps the elf tied up for now. And the Saurus is going to come here. And as you can see, we're just going to surround some of the players to make it a little bit tricky for them. And now, this is what we love to see. We love to see a couple of blitzes. And Lucy gets a hit, and that is going to be a stun, because we broke the armor. And then we're going to get a pushback. So Luke's just going to push him out of the way, and I believe this is going to be Laura. Laura the Dodger runs in, and that is the first touchdown for us here on the season, should we say. Laura just getting it in the end zone, living the dream. The Lazy Lizzies, she's celebrating. I just feel good that this recording kind of got distorted, so you don't see the genuine reaction. So me just talking over the replay doesn't really give it justice to the first game, but hopefully we can get it all sorted by game 2. Right, we're going to just move around our team a little bit forward, keeping the same formation. Damo looks like he's going to be changing it up a little bit. And then we're going to continue kicking, and Little Skittles, again, not a bad kick, not as good as his first kick, but pretty solid first half so far for us. So, the Elves, moving up. Again, they're going to be risking all these 1 dice because Strength 3 against Strength 4 is always going to be a bit tricky. And as you can see, because of brilliant coaching, one of my Sauruses is down. So there we go. And again, literally, what happened on turn 1 has repeated itself here. A turnover, and it is going to be our turn 4. So what we're going to do is we're just going to get all our Sauruses back into place, and we're going to try and punch through the defensive line. So right here, we're just going to push and follow through. And then what we're going to have to do is just block some of these elves up, and then we're going to move some of the skinks up into position like we did in the first turn. Just get them into position, ready to go, and end it there. There's no need to waste time. We know what we want to do with the ball. And what a pass that was by Damo. But unfortunately, the dodge doesn't work, and it leaves the guy who just caught it wide open for some shenanigans. So here we go. Leo, he's going to be punching this elf, and he just sends him on his arse. Right. We're going to move up Luke. And then what we're going to do, he's going to use the ability dump off because that's what runners can do. I tried to do an interception, but there was no point. So I'm just going to leave it there. And as you can see, Liam came running in for the blitz and wanted to blitz the ball carrier, but unfortunately dump off doesn't allow that. So he keeps going. But luckily enough, Leon's there to pick up the pieces. And he's following up. And that is a downed ball carrier again. And the ball is in a very good place. And I can tell you now, Lucy gets a hold of this one. And Lucy is going to almost take it to the house. But I'm not going to risk it because there's no point. That's just the maximum movement. And unfortunately, that is a fake by Lizzie. And Lizzie's got a dislocated shoulder. And part of the thing is, unfortunately, because she's our captain, we have to use the Apothecary. We have to keep Lizzie around. The team is named after her, so we have to keep her around. And that is going to be a turnover. And now we're going into turn 6 of the Blackguard. Now, the Blackguard literally are getting into place. When I was looking at this on the turn, they couldn't get there except one person had to really, really go for it. And as you can see, he's getting up the majority of it. And Demo runs this guy in with the skink. And unfortunately, can only push him into the end zone. Or her, sorry. And Lucy gets a touchdown. And that is going to be 2-0 to the Lizzies here. The Lazy Lizzies taking a bit of a big lead here in the first half. And as she celebrates not being able to capture the ball, we'll have a look. And he's still got one player dead in his coaching area. And we've got our injured skink still. And Frank the Tank is looking pretty happy on the sidelines. So, We're going to kick with the same formation. It seems to be working. Demo's making a bit of a changes. And Little Skittles, not a great kick. He's had 2 out of the 3 kicks really, really good. That one didn't work out, unfortunately. So we're back to brilliant coaching again. And as you can see, they're just pushing us away. And they're going straight for blitzing Lilu multi-pass right here. Demo just trying to get an Alf down the field, I believe. But as you can see, he's made a little bit of a hole down the middle. And unfortunately for some, we're getting a bit overrun in the middle of this turn at the moment. But he has to get the ball and unfortunately fails. And that's a turnover, unfortunately. So, turn 7, as you can see, the ball carrier's right there. It is going to be probably another dump off because that's how we work. But we're going to surround them with Sauruses because why the heck not? And as you can see, here's the dump off. Runners are so good for Dark Elves. And unfortunately, he cannot catch it. So we're going to continue the blitz because that's what we have to do. And Leo comes in and he's just going to push him in between all of those Sauruses there. And then he's going to get into position to put some pressure on the ball. And then Liam's going to have a hit here and he's only going to do a push. And he's going to follow up as well, because obviously trying to dodge out with only 1 reroll, we'll take that. And again, the Sauruses, again, just basically just pushing everyone out of the way here, unfortunately. So, here we go. The Lizards are coming in, the Skinks around, surrounding this player. And as you can see, look at all these Brucey bonuses. And we love it when a plan comes together. So, Lilo, what's she going to do here? No armor break or anything, but we love it when a skink comes together and fights. We're going to have some hilariousness here. Right, Liz, can she get the ball? She does. We have to use a reroll, and it's turn 8. So Liz is in there. So hopefully she can come into something, but we've got a blitz coming, and there's the dice. So what is going to happen here? It's an armor break, and Liz dies, guys. It's a death. Liz dies in our first game. The captain of our team goes down, and it's turn 8 on our turn, and Liz goes down, unfortunately. But as you can see, the Skinks, we're all running around trying to get a hold of the ball and trying just to get some more hits on here, and we love it when we see Skinks coming down it. So Lilo with a big hit here. And that's another injury. That is perfect. That's exactly what we want to see. Our Skinks coming up trumps. Fueled by the anger of Liz falling, shall we say, getting killed on the football field. Now the Sauruses are going to have some fun. We're going to move around. And we've got a blitz coming here on the ball carrier. Unfortunately, we just get a push. We're going to use a reroll because we can. And we get the POW. And here we go. We're going to follow up. Unfortunately, no armor breaks. But where's the ball going to go? Just to the side there. Leo, he's going to have another hit. Because this is all we want to do. And here we go. Armor break. No, but that is a big hit, and he's knocked out because of it. And that is got 1 more remaining, and we're going to do Defender Stumbles because he hasn't got block. We're going to follow up, and that is it, I believe, for the first half. We take a commanding 2-0 lead into this, and we're going to be receiving the ball here. The Blackguards do get a player back from being knocked out, and unfortunately, as you can see, there is Lizzie's corpse on the side of the pitch, which is very, very sad for us Lizzie fans because she is going to be sorely missed, but she'll probably be replaced by one of her sisters. Like in the first episode, if you've watched it, you know she has many, many sisters and brothers and loads of other fun stuff with that. So we're just making some defensive alterations as we receive the ball here, and that is a fantastic kick by the Death Guard Blitzers, and we'll get straight into turn 9. And as you can see, we're going to continue our rampage of just strength 4, and Leon with a big hit there gets a stun. Unfortunately, we don't get what we want there, so we're just going to push. And we're just going to keep going because, you know, this is what Sauruses do. Strength 4 is incredibly strong. So we're just going to move some Skinks into position just to... basically, the best way of describing it is cover the ball, make a bit of a cage for these elves to dodge through. Because Damo's only got 1 reroll, so I want him to kind of, let's just say, use it early if we can. So, here we go. We've got 2 pals here by Leo over the far side. So, Leo puts another elf on his bum. No armor break, unfortunately. And here we go. Leo comes in, and she catches it. And that is going to be turn 9 for the Blackguard. Now, as you can see, they're going to come blitzing in. A 1 die. Very interesting. And he gets it. And he's going to put it down, Leon, onto the ground and follow up. And as you can see, here come the elves with a 2+ agility roll. They're going to be dodging in and out, but I've got to keep them tied up the best I can. And as you can see, here they come. And that is going to be a failed dodge. And he is stunned for falling over. And that is going to be a turnover. So Demo's got no rerolls now. So for me, this is what I really wanted to see. I want to take full advantage of tying up the owls, making him forced to dodge out and stuff. So as you can see, Lilo there running up the field. Now we just got to build a bit of a mini cage around her. Or should we say just so many tackle zones around her would be ideal. Let's build it up. And now let's get Sauruses and other skinks into play. And here's Leo. He's just going to get a push. We're going to follow up, of course, making the owls dodge out, which is what we want to do. Here we go. Liam, the fixer, with a big hit here. Defender down, and he is downed. No armor break. And then Luke with the POW. Here we go. Luke the Nuke. What can he do? Sends another elf on his keister, and that will end our turn right there. So, moving on to turn 10 for the Blackguard Blitzers. As you can see, they get to the ball carrier, which is unfortunate, but we'll be okay with it because unfortunately for some, we have dodge, which is okay. I didn't see that, so that was very, very unfortunate for Damo there. But as you can see, they really are just jumping in and out. And there's a POW for this elf, hitting Leo, and he goes down. And armor 10, it's strength 4, armor 10. Sauruses are really good. And there's a 1-die, Larry going for a ride, the vice captain, or shall I say the captain now, because Lizzie's down. And look at that, down the sidelines. And unfortunately, there is a dodge that isn't made. And funny enough, the skink puts him on his butt. So turn 11, as you can see, we're trying to just get people around to stop. Just get your players up first all the time in Blood Bowl 3, and then do your most important stuff either last or first. So as you can see, we want Lilo just to dodge out and go running in, and we get another touchdown, going 3-0 up against the Blackguard Blitzers here in our first game and our first season here of the Troll Bowl, which I'm very grateful for being a part of. And thank you, Dave, again, for inviting me. Right, as you can see, the bench isn't looking too great, and neither is ours, because we've actually got soaring heat now. The weather has changed, and it has affected both of our teams. We have a lot of heat stroke now, guys. And this is the funniest thing about Blood Bowl. Sometimes you'll have games where you have nothing happening, but then weather changes with snow, rain, making it a bit harder. And we've got some extreme heat, and as you can see, we get a kick off with Little Skittles, and we get to reposition because of solid defense, which is really nice. And turn 11 goes to the Blackguard. So as you can see, the ball is really close to the front of the field, which is ideal. So we just repositioned to make sure we could get some people there. But as you can see, with the heat stroke, we're down a few players, and here comes a blitz on Laura. Luckily enough, we've got dodge, so he's just going to kick him back and stay there. And here come the 1-dies on Leo, and Leo's gone. And he is on the arse, and he does break arm and he becomes stunned. And again, look at this, the 1-dies, guys, coming through for Damo here. And he's staying put, and he just sends another Saurus flying. And then we go into turn 12. So now, as you can see, the ball carrier can be getting to us, but do I? No, injured. I don't decide to use a reroll, and it comes back to bite us in the butt. And it's a turnover, and a skink is on the sidelines injured. Welcome to Blood Bowl, guys. That's Blood Bowl in a nutshell, effectively. And there's another POW. Laura getting sent. Luckily, down the sidelines, but no damage is done. And as you can see, the elves are through, but there's no dodge. The ball goes into the sidelines and thrown out into the middle of the field. Very unfortunate there by Damo, but turn 13 for us. We're just going to get some of our players up. We're going to blitz this guy. We get the POW because we want to try and get a hold of the ball and try and push for another touchdown. So we're just going to park him there. Here we go. We're going to try and pick up the ball. Fortunately, we fail. We use a re-roll, and unfortunately, we fail to pick up the ball again. Little Skittles just not being able to pick up the ball, but we have a tackle zone on the ball, which is what we want. And as you can see, the elves are already on the ball. They're so good with their agility, it's crazy. But unfortunately, again, their dodge is not working out. And that's the problem. You need those re-rolls, and I feel getting re-rolls in the game early on, you need to get. But anyway, here we go. We're going to go straight into our turn, and Leon even is going to send this guy flying. with his tail. Big hit, and he's knocked out. So we've got the weather and injuries and knockouts happening all in this second half with not a lot of players on the field. Here comes Leo with another hit. Doesn't get the armor break, but sends that out flying. And as you can see, we're just trying to get as many people down around the ball. And again, we pick up the ball, but we fail the dodge out. And we use the reroll, and we fail to pick it up. And the ball is dropped. Turn 14. I'm making it hard for Damo. I don't want to give it... I want to give him a touchdown because 3-0 at this precise moment. He's just playing for pride. And there's the pickup. And there it is. It's there. But he falls down on the touchline, guys. In the touchdown zone, or should we say in the end zone. Falls down and the ball bounces out of the end zone. So we're going to just punch a few players because we can. And Larry sends an elf flying. And Leo has a hit with 2 pals. He's going to go and try and do some damage. Nope, sends another elf flying. And then we're going to have to take both down. And luckily for enough, we break armor, but it's a stun for Damo. So here we go, Damo. Can you get a touchdown? Get up, pick up the ball, and then run in the end zone. Perfect. There you go. The black blitzers, or the black guard blitzers are on the board. It is 3-1, ladies and gentlemen. And by God... they deserve it. I feel sorry for Damo. He's never played Lizardmen before, he told me, during the build-up to the game. So now he knows how they play. It's pretty rude. I do like Lizardmen, but elves are a bit tricksy. But we seem to hold off their tricksiness for a lot of this game. So, as you can see, it's still very warm, and it's just not ideal, shall we say, because we've still not got a lot of players on the board, and we've got a few Sauruses, but we need to keep our skinks alive. So we're just going to reposition a few, and they're going to kick it to us. It's a quick snap, so the receiving team get to move 1 square diagonally, and it is the black guard, or should we say, our turn 16. And we're just going to go straight into just punching more things as we always do. So Luke the Nuke, big old hit, breaks armor, and we get a stun. We get another POW here by Liam. These guys definitely woke up today with their Weetabix, guys. I can tell you that for a fact. Unfortunately, for some, Little Skittles couldn't... he picked up the ball, threw it, and failed the throw. I wanted Little Skittles to get some SPP, but unfortunately it can't happen. Damo picks up the ball. And then he'll go for a 1-die and follow up. So he picked up the ball, didn't go for like a throw or anything. So he couldn't get some... he could have got some SPP there, but I don't know if he's new to the game or not, but he could have got an SPP there. And they don't get much stuff. And that is the game in the books, guys. We get a 3-1 win over the Black Guard Blitzers. Yeah, guys, so that is it. 3-1, final score. We get the W, but it's with a very, very, very sad loss. We lost Lizzie, the captain of this team, the founding member, the founder of this team, died to a dark elf, unfortunately, and she will be missed. And yeah, in episode 2, you're going to see a little bit of a fun kind of lore bit of what we're going to do, but the short end of it is we are going to continue this amazing season. So while I'm recording this, all the games have not happened. So before episode 2, before we actually get to see the game in episode 2, we're going to have a bit of a recap of what happened around the league, where we stand, what the other teams are up to, and also the fallout of losing our captain Lizzie. So with that being said, guys, when the episode is live, it should be on the screen now. If it isn't, you're going to just have to wait, unfortunately. If you haven't seen episode 0, that should be on the screen right there. And if you enjoyed this content, please leave a like. A like is much appreciated. If you want to know when more of this content's coming out, hit that notification bell, because we're going to be doing this all season and into the not too distant future, because we're a part of this league for a while now, and I want to play Blood Bowl and bring that really cool content to this channel, because it's very miniature game and nerd game related content to this channel. So without further ado, guys, take care, have a good one, and we'll see you in the future for episode 2, game 2, whoever our opponent's going to be.